Hey everybody, welcome back to our double battle series. I got a new team for you guys that I put together myself. I played a little bit on stream, so our ranking is a little higher from stream. I did make a couple changes, some spreads, and I decided to use the Dracozolt as my last Pokemon. I wanted a Dragon type, and I was using Como, so I'm going to try with Dracozolt instead. It Not sold on it, but it's a new Pokemon to try out. Its typing is its defensive typing is more what I'm picking it for. So, and it's another way to just like smack Corviknight in the face. But anyways, yeah. So we're gonna jump in with this. It revolves around the Sylveon because Sylveon's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I just want to try using it a bunch. So I'm going to. The idea is to like get in some sort of speed control like Trick Room or Tailwind if I bring it. So and then that's kind of what the team is revolved around, is just control. So I got Trick Room on Jellicent, Tailwind on Corviknight. So and then of course with Scrafty, that's a control mon. Will-O-Wisp on Rotom. It's a lot going on. There are some. I got our first opponent, Jowl. Okay, well, let's get into the game. I can look at this stuff later. So I see a pretty standard looking sand team. If I feel right about this, I think this is a... Yeah, I think this one is the one that like Hibiki posted. So... I really want to lead Scrafty, but the Melodic's probably... I feel like the Melodic would come out. Sylveon's a tough bring. I'm always a fan of Corviknight, unless the Rotom. Rotom Heat's still a problem for this team, so I think I will bring Dracozolt. I'm leaning towards like Dracozolt plus Scrafty. So if the Melodic comes out, I have the Dracozolt to threaten it. And then... maybe not Corviknight. I'm tempted to bring Sylveon. Let's bring Corviknight. And I think Sylveon. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm not super sure about... I'm probably sure about Jellicent instead of Sylveon, actually. It's because it has the water type moves. Very similar cards there, at least poses. But I think I'm expecting Melodic to come out, but like I said, I have the Draco. No, it's just T-Tar Excadrill. So I do get the Intimidates off. Question is, do I want to save Scrafty? So I think I'm probably gonna Dynamax this turn and go for the Max Flare into Excadrill, because I know it's a Choice Banded set. And other than, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm just gonna Drain Punch the Tyranitar. Do they have any switch-ins? Hitmontop, maybe. I'm gonna Max Flare the Excadrill. Yeah, Tyranitar switches out, so this is probably Hitmontop. Or Rotom, okay. So I get a Drain Punch off on this, and damage is good, because I can knock it out with a Max Rockfall next turn. Okay, cool. So I'm burning my Dynamax early, but if I get rid of Excadrill, then Sylveon has a little bit easier time. I don't think they're Dynamaxing themselves. But this is okay, because they are intimidated. It's Choice Banded, so it still does a ton of damage, but I think this Max Flare takes out Excadrill. Yeah, and then it just gets rid of the sand, which is kind of neat. So cool, so that's a big threat to Sylveon gone. And then I'll get shoot, what's it called? The Scrafty will get some health back. So I definitely could have faked out the Excadrill. But I think that should hopefully put Rotom in range of a Max Rockfall. So yeah, I think getting rid of Rotom is should be my next goal. I'm trying to say Air Balloon, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. I think this question is what I do with Scrafty. I kinda wanna save it. The only thing that worries me is if the Melodic's in the back. I feel like there's a good chance it is. I think I'm gonna double up. I might just actually double up Rotom. I think a Dynamax is coming out. Probably from, I would guess, T-Tar. Yeah. And so if I knock out Rotom right now, then I will just hit a Tyranitar for a big Drain Punch. Okay, he is faster, but I have Volt Absorb, so that gives me HP back, which I am okay with. And they're actually just going to hit their own Tyranitar. No Paralysis. Okay, so Rotom's gone. Beautiful. And then I get this Drain Punch off into Tyranitar. What's he going for? Max Darkness. Okay. So that probably knocks me out. Or not. Nope. Doesn't. Nice. So yeah, I think that was a Specs Rotom, and it's a little faster. Nice. So Dracozolt, so far, 2 KOs. I was really torn on the what coverage moves to run on it. But I knew I was either run High Horsepower or Fire Fang. I chose Fire Fang because, yeah, that was melodic. But yeah, I definitely chose Fire Fang in order to, actually I don't want to Snarl. Let's just Drain Punch T-Tar. I don't know if Melodic's gonna live this. I don't know how fast it is either. That's fine. I wonder how yeah, okay, I'm faster. Let's see if this one's out, and it does. That's up the terrain. That's game. Nice. This is gonna be 4 KOs for Dracozolt because it's gonna pick up the last KO here. Assuming I can. I'm not sure how it works. Like once I go back, if I have to lock into something. But anyways, yeah. But I chose Fire Fang just so I don't get walled by like Ferrothorn, and it still like does a lot of damage to Excadrill. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so yeah, Drain Punch, and does it let me just choose whatever? Oh, it does. Maybe it's when I come back. Like I didn't choose anything before, so we're just gonna press Bolt Beak. Bolt Beak. Yeah, that would have been a KO for it. So that's sweet, nice. Dracozolt 3 KO or 4 KOs, 3, but would have been 4. Okay, so I also got a good lead there. Them not leading Melodic. Obviously, if they did lead Melodic, I would have been able to. I don't even know what the team is. If they had led Melodic, I definitely wouldn't have been able, or I would have had to like go after the Melodic because it would have been boosted. And I'm sure it would have had Ice Beam, which Dracozolt doesn't like. Alright, so that was nice. That was nice. Intimidate is like Scrafty is really good against the Sand comp, the Tyranitar Excadrill, because of the Intimidate. Because I can still Intimidate those, but it was definitely a risk leading in, Intimidate into a potential Melodic, and I think I was fortunate that they chose not to lead it. Because they might have been thinking that, oh, they're not going to lead Scrafty because of the Melodic, but I think, though, with Dracozolt, that would have been enough, because I think a double power Bolt Beak takes it out, and if I Intimidate Excadrill, and if they're leading Melodic, like either they don't have the Sand, or they don't have Excadrill, so I think that felt pretty okay there. And yeah, I don't think, because it's the same thing as Vicious Rend. It's double power if it goes first, and I am Scarf, you can see. But we see our next opponent with another Sand team, including the Draco Vish, which is the Water type one. And Whimsicott. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely be bringing Jellicent to this. Question is whether this Whimsicott has something like Taunt, which my guess is it does, because this team looks really Trick Room weak. So I can force it to Taunt, and then what would they, maybe they lead T-Tar or something else. I'm trying to remember, I think Jellicent takes the Max Darkness. So I think I'm going to lead Jellicent, Scrafty. Jellicent, Scrafty. I do want Sylveon, and I think Rotom. Rotom hits the Excadrill, the Gyarados. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Trick Room this game. I'm going to force him to try and stop it too. So I'm going to go with the more Trick Room mode this time around. But yeah, I will have to deal with that Whimsicott's potential Taunt and Encore shenanigans. But I think I can play around it. Like, if they lead Whimsicott, I just don't go for Trick Room, or I fake it out. Because if I'm expecting, like, Whimsicott T-Tar. Yeah, there it is. If I remember right, this Jellicent should live like a max, maybe not a Helping Hand Max Darkness is the problem. Oh no, oh, he's at -1. So if he goes for a Helping Hand Max Darkness, that would be a problem. Yeah, that's what I expect to happen. So I'm going to play around that. I'm going to preserve. Jellicent's my best answer for Rotom too, which is kind of weird, but. So I'm going to just go for a Drain Punch right now. Yeah, there's the Mega, or the, not Mega, the Dynamax. Because he's probably, I fully expect a Max Darkness into the Sylveon slot. Yeah, and I think you go for Helping Hand, help Max Darkness if you have Helping Hand, because you avoid the Fake Out. But he could also just straight Taunt. They just, oh, Moonblast. I don't know, I think I should have faked that thing out, because I could live a... This is okay. Oh, he doubled Scrafty. That's surprising. Dang, good play. I should have faked out the Whimsicott. That was a super good play. I was not expecting that. So, probably Tailwinds. I gotta go back into Jellicent. Now I don't live a Max Darkness. That was a really good play. I did not expect that because of the Fake Out pressure. So I could have just trickered him there and been in really good shape. But I'm guessing they would have encored. I think I have to go into Jellicent. Dang. What a yeah. That worked out really well in their favor. I think I have to Dynamax here and Hyper Voice. I don't like the idea of Dynamaxing Jellicent, but if I want to live and attack and get rid of this. Get rid of this sand. So I think if I Dynamax, I can take one Max Darkness at least. Ooh. Oh, that was so good. I didn't think they'd double up Scrafty. I guess it makes sense because if you expect Fake Out, especially if I Fake Out T-Tar, but I would Fake Out Whimsicott. I don't even know if Whimsicott really carries Taunt, because yeah, they'll do stuff like Tailwind and yeah, they'll do stuff like Tailwind, Moonblast, Endeavor. So I can take the hit now. Fire off the Hyper Voice. And get rid of the sand. I guess I could have brought in... No, because then they just... So T-Tar will live this. Yeah, really easily. But I'm going to get rid of... Right here I'm going to get rid of the sand. And now I can fire off a Hyper Voice. And Max Guard. Let's use this. Oh boy. I might actually switch out Jellicent next turn. Okay. Comes the Moonblast. No special attack drop. That would be superb. Okay, Max Darkness into the Max Guard. Okay. So we'll get rid of Whimsicott and do a lot of damage to this T-Tar. Not enough, though. I think that's the last turn of their one thing. Yeah. I wonder if I could take a Crunch. He's under Tailwind though. How do I get out of this? I need to get Trick Room up somehow. They might just switch this Tyranitar out. I'm gonna go for Excadrill. They might switch Tyranitar out. Oh no, they're not. I think I lose. I think I'm losing the Jellicent. Yeah. I was thinking they could switch it out, but I guess not. Okay, so I bring in Sylveon. I gotta stall out this last turn of stall out the last turn of Tailwind, and then I'm gonna have to burn something. Although I can probably attack with this right now. Probably a Rock Slide Iron Head's coming out, if I had to guess. Do you have the Citrus? What do I want to burn? Let's Protect. I could just double Rock Slide too. Okay. That's good. And then here comes Rock Slide. Stone Edge. Missed. Hit. Oh, come on, Rotom. You're the worst. Okay, I'm definitely... Can I take a Stone Edge? I don't know. Oh, Exhal's gonna be faster. I needed to burn the Excadrill. Yeah, I should have actually tried to. I would have missed anyways. Okay, well that'll be it. Yeah, losing Scrafty right away, that was not fortunate for me at all. And man, they were just gonna let me set up Trick Room too. That's what kind of blows my mind. Give me another Stone Edge miss. Nah. That just knocks me out. It was a crit. It wouldn't matter. Oh well, that's too bad. I'm gonna play one more game though, since it's only 20 minutes in. Ah, yeah, that was such a good turn one. They were, if I just set up Trick Room there, just went for it, then I would have been in such a good spot. Like I would have, like if I just faked out Trick Roomed. Nice. That's just, yeah, that's how the game goes sometimes. Those decisions you have to make. That's okay. Man, the double, yeah, it's crazy when people make plays like that. Like, it's just kind of like, what are you doing? But it worked. Like, maybe they expected I wouldn't go for it. Because, yeah, if I just fake out Whimsicott, I don't know how often Whimsicott carries Helping Hand anyways. Because, like, if he had Helping Hand Max Darkness, I would have been in trouble. But I'd rather have Scrafty than Jellicent, I guess. Okay, so this is a Trick Room team, for sure. But he's got a couple faster things in Excadrill and the Hydreigon. I don't know if I have a way to stop their Trick Room other than Fake Out. So I will lead Scrafty here. Yeah, there's not a huge ton of threats to Scrafty. The Torkoal is always going to be, and that's probably going to be a weakness policy Rhyperior. Do I lead Sylveon though? Because I usually like leading Sylveon against Trick Room. I'm leaning towards more Rotom instead, because I can threaten both Excadrill and Bronzong with Jellicent. So I'm going to bring the same 4. It's just the order I have to think about. Gastrodon will be a pain. But I think this is what I do. I usually like to lead Sylveon, but I think either Excadrill or Bronzong come out first. So we'll see. But I think I usually feel pretty comfortable against other Trick Room, just because I'm so buff and bulky enough to not just get swept by it. And like Trick Room going up is not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best. Okay, so they do lead that. I can see them Dynamaxing and going for Max Rockfall here. But I'm gonna fake this out, and I'm gonna try and burn him. But I wouldn't be surprised if they like Dynamax, Max Rockfall, and then Trick Room. But they also could just Protect. They are intimidated. So I'll stop the Trick Room this turn. Yeah, there's the Dynamax. I'm assuming Rhyperior, so I can at least burn Rhyperior. I mean, if they Dynamax Bronzong, they can't set up Trick Room. Yeah. As long as they hit Will-O-Wisp. They could Max Guard, but that'd be a waste of Dynamax. Yeah, we'll stop Trick Room. Now, Rotom. Good boy. Good job, Rotom. Don't miss this time. So he's -1 burn, so that's nice. And here comes Max Rockfall. And I'm sure he's weakness policy, so I don't want to mess with that. That still does a lot of damage, though. So I could actually double the Bronzong, which I think might be worth it here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be worth it here. So we'll double Bronzong. Hopefully get a KO. I don't know what item it's packing. Hopefully it's like a mental herb or something. They could switch it. And then if I trade Rotom for Bronzong, I feel okay with that trade. Like I'd be totally fine with that. Especially with that. And that Rhyperior's burned, so it still can do damage, but not nearly as much. And I definitely don't want to hit a weakness policy. I'm gonna guess if they set up Trick Room, they probably would have Gyro Balled their own Rhyperior, set up the weakness policy. But at least that's something I would consider. Probably would have been a pretty good play. So they're gonna switch Bronzong, so I'll get free damage off on something here. Oh, that's a yeah. I'll get to overheat this or not. Come on, Rotom, you're the worst. You're so bad with accuracy. I hate it. So now I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I'm gonna lose Rotom. Well, I hung on. And he's Sand Rush, so he's gonna be faster. Let's switch out Scrafty into Jellicent, so I can bring it back in. I'm just gonna... I'm so mad about that. I'm just gonna go for the Overheat and Excadrill. See if I get it. Maybe he goes for a Rock Slide and then my dodge. Because this way I can bring Scrafty back in. Yeah, but they hit. Okay. Nice. So I'll lose Rotom. This is their little... Oh, that doesn't affect me. Beautiful. Tempted to Dynamax Jellicent. So now I bring in Scrafty again. This Rhyperior is doing like no damage anymore. -2 and burned. I just won't proc a weakness policy yet. I'll wait. I'm really tempted to Dynamax Jellicent. Or maybe I'll Dynamax Scrafty. Scrafty's really good right now. Let's do that. I'm just gonna Strength Zap this to heal and weaken it, and Dynamax, Max Knuckle, Excadrill. Start boosting Scrafty's damage. I think Scrafty's really good right now. And then I'll keep weakening this Rhyperior and get my health back. Strength Zap, I was trying to decide if I wanted Will-O-Wisp or Recover on Jellicent, because originally I had both and no Scald, but I decided I needed Scald, and then I was looking at the moves and found out Jellicent gets Strength Zap now, so it's like I get both. Kind of both. That's fine. Yeah, because he hits his own weakness policy, but I'm just going to Strength Zap, because that brings him back to neutral, but I'll bring him down to -1 and get health back. See if we knock this out and get +1. Nice. Puts us at +1. I can always double Jellicent. Nice, nice. And Strength Zap. Give me that health. This move is so good. Drop his attack, and I heal his whatever his attack stat was. Whatever that number was, that's how much HP I heal. Yeah, that does nothing. And now he just drops his stats even more. We're in good shape. Burning that Rhyperior turn 1, that was so crucial. So crucial. And then if Bronzong comes out, I just double Bronzong. Yeah, because I am not afraid of this Rhyperior at all. Let's see what he does. I'm trying to think if they have an out. Like, this Rhyperior is dead weight. I don't care about it. -2 attack, -1 defense, burned. I just leave it alone. And just double this Bronzong. I have a lot of ways to hit Bronzong, apparently. Because I think maybe they can set up Trick Room. Or depends what their last is. Like Gastrodon, maybe they have. Yeah, that protects. So he's just going for the Trick Room. I'm at +1 attack as well. See if he has a berry. If he has a berry, he might live. Oh, we get a special. Oh yeah, because that lowers special defense. So actually, maybe the berry won't matter, because the Shadow Ball would just take him out. Nice. Good job, Jellicent, Scrafty. Let's see what other options do we have. Yeah, if he has Gastrodon, shouldn't be too much for him. I think I have one more turn of. It's Torkoal. Perfect. Because I guess it resists Sylveon, so I guess I need to be careful here. Shadow Ball is probably stronger. I'm gonna have to definitely gonna max Darkness again. Yeah, just to lower its special defense. Torkoal protects. That's fine, because I still get the special defense lowered them. That's kind of the point here. And again, I am not worried about Rhyperior. That thing is so useless right now for my opponent. Yeah, that did nothing. And the burn's just gonna whittle him down too. So I just keep doubling this Torkoal. I'm trying to think. Even in the sun, it's not. Yeah, I just Shadow Ball that, and I guess Dream Punch. Yeah. Not a ton of damage, but the Shadow Ball will do a lot more, and it stops him from being able to press Eruption. And if I need health, I can Strength Sap something. Oh, that did a lot. There's the Rock Slide. It's just very, very little. I'm expecting a Solar Beam, and I just disabled it. Dude, Curse Body's great too. Yeah, I'm just gonna Solar Beam. I guess I could have I thought maybe I should have Snarled just to weaken this, but I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter. Like, it's gonna hurt, but not enough to worry me. So now we just Shadow Ball, and I'm gonna Drain Punch. Yes. Yeah, my team is so weakened. Yeah, or their team is so weakened. Sweet. Alright, 3 games today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. That first one, super unfortunate. My opponent made a superb play. That's just all there was to it. The matchups, I think the matchup's fine for me. But, yeah, definitely a superb play. Not what I was expecting. Alright, that'll be it, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed. Check out for any streams upcoming. Yeah, and have a great one, guys. And be sure to leave any suggestions you want to see, new Pokemon you want to see. I know I got one about Gardevoir and Haterene, so I'll try and I'll try and work on teams, or at least I'll look for rental teams with that stuff, because building teams takes time. So, yeah. Alright, guys, take it easy. Have a great one. Later.